So then what brought you to Chicago or
Well,
Illinois, I should say?
well, that's quite a long story. So back in 2018, to be honest, I didn't have an idea that I was gonna come to Chicago specifically. But okay, back in 2018, my brother got an accident, right? And he basically broke his leg. So in Peru, because the medicine is not that advanced, they wanted to make like a knee replacement for a 15-year-old kid. And my parents were like, "There's no way we're gonna do that."
Mm.
So we actually flew to Miami just to see a doctor to see his thoughts, and he was like, "It's not a big deal. He doesn't need a knee replacement. We'll treat him here, super quick." So I went to his like recovery rehabilitation, and one of those days we were bored, and I was like, "Hey, so how about if we just go visit University of Miami? Like, sounds fun, right?"
Yeah.
So we went there, and after making the whole tour and everything, I was amazed to start with how the universities here in America are so big compared to the universities in Peru. And I was like, "Can I come to study to the US, please?" And my parents were like, "Okay, do your best. Like, take your try it out, and if you get admitted, go ahead." And when I started to apply to universities, I actually looked into University of Miami. I looked into University of Oklahoma and University of Illinois, otherwise Champaign. And I chose this university specifically because of the engineering ranking. I used to be a bioengineering before coming to U of I. I studied that for 2.5 years.
Okay.
So when I get admitted to U of I think I basically screamed, but I was like, "Yeah, U of I, okay, I'm gonna sign here like 100%." And I signed without coming to the state before. I didn't know anything.
Wow. Wow. That's really interesting. So you were set on experiencing an American university and one that was focused on engineering more so.
Yes,
Wow. And now, okay, so now you're a senior and
I'm
you're
a senior.
studying what
Biology.
biology.
Yeah, it was quite like it was quite a change because apparently U of I do not take bioengineering students for transfer, specifically for international transfers, and they wanted me to apply for from scratch, even though I already got like 2.5 years of that career back in
Yeah.
Peru. So I was like, I don't think that's the right move. The education here like costs quite a bit of money, so I'm just gonna go with the offer they gave me, which was being a chemical engineer.
Okay. So
And
what yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, and well, after being like a whole semester in there, like I realized this is not what I want. I want to be more focused into pharmaceuticals and all of that stuff. But chemical engineer here is more focused into the industry. And to be honest, I didn't like that. So I was like, I think I
Mm.
should go back to biology here.
What do you mean by um in the industry?
Okay, so they are mostly focused like yeah, in plants, industrial plants.
Okay.
They mostly teach you for that, and I was not like interested into that. I was mostly interested into research.
Okay. So that brings us to what like originally sparked your interest in biology?
Oof. Well, something that sparked my interest in biology was basically to know what was going on, because like while I was taking my engineering in Peru, like I realized how much help like the world needs in terms of medicine for
Mm.
quite a bit of specific conditions, right? When I came to U of I and I took like the first introductory biology class, it was like, okay, this is basically like another world, and I want to know about it because it's a future.
Yeah, it's the future. What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that.
Well, to start with, like CRISPR, which was, I would say recently discovered. It was, yeah, back in the 2000s. Like CRISPR right now is the future. We can talk about it later. Like, but there's so many applications on that.